1.19.1 is possibly one of the most controversial updates in the world for Minecraft. But before we start talking about why it's controversial, there are two things that we need to look at first. The first of these things is that when an LA is next to a jukebox and it's playing, it will start dancing and you can duplicate it with using Amethyst Shard. And the second one is that a Sculk Catalyst will now only drop 5 XP instead of its previous 20, which is a serious nerf compared to what it was before. Now onto the more controversial features, which either have to do with chat or playing with multiplayer. Now I can't show you the ones that have to do with playing with multiplayer because there are no 1.19.1 servers that are out for multiplayer yet, but I can show you some of the ones that have to do with chat. First thing you might notice is that there are some bars of color over here. This is the first feature that has to do with this, and I'll explain what it means here in a second. Another change that has been made to chat is that the scroll bar is now on the right side of the screen instead of on the left. Something that only works on servers and not single player is the chat signing function, so I can emulate this using the /say command. So if I say hi in the chat, you can see how when I was typing, this little bar right here went orange. If I did it again, you can see whenever I'm typing anything, it is orange, but then when I stop, it signs it and it is blue. When it's orange, it means it's unsigned yet, it doesn't know actually who's sending it. It's kind of a more technical feature, but it's important to know other things like this because this gray bar can mean that it was sent by the server and not by an actual person. Now, of course, you don't see any colors next to this. That's because I'm on single player, but in a multiplayer setting, this would affect you more. Another thing that has to do with this is in the escape menu. If you go into options and you go into chat settings, there's now a chat preview while typing. That /say command, you saw how I could see what it would look like. If I do it again for you, /say, there you go. If I typed a word, you can see how now right here I can see what it's going to look like when it gets sent. This is again a quality of life feature, and you can now determine when you will actually see it. So you can see chat preview while typing, while sending, or off. While sending means you will have to push enter twice to get it to actually send. The first time will show you what it'll look like, and then the second time will actually send the message. So the default is while typing, which is what I saw when I saw the /say command, or you could just go completely off. Now there are some servers that will require this in different states. That is up to the server, that is not up to the player. Another thing you might only see in servers is chat messages can be noted not secure or modified by the server owners if it is modified by the server owners, or if the server has done something else to modify it or has deemed it not secure. This is something you can only see on multiplayer. But none of this stuff so far has actually been very controversial. Well, the next part is definitely going to be. The next part has to do with player reporting. You can see that if I open my world to LAN and just start a LAN world, I can now press P to open my social interactions tab, and now I can see all the players that are in this server. I can search for different players' names, or I could select a different player's name. Now, of course, I am the only one on the server because I just opened it to LAN, but if someone else joined, I could select them, select chat message that they have made, and report said chat messages. I could also see any hidden players and any blocked players. Blocked players are by account. You can block players from yourself and you seeing their chat messages, but you can't actually block them from the server unless the server owner bans them from their own server. Now, there are a few extra features that have to do with this reporting. You can select multiple chat messages to be reported, but Mojang will not be able to see the chat messages unless you actually report them. So you can't expect something that happens that you might want to be reported to just automatically get reported. You have to report it yourself. And if you do report something, Mojang can go in and see some of the context next to that, so they can see not only the chat message that you reported, but also some of the chat messages you might have sent or the other person might have sent around that general time frame. But unless you report it, they cannot see it. If joining a server that has different ideas than Mojang about what is right and what is not, you might get a tooltip, a toast, up on the screen when you're joining that server telling you that chat is not secure and that bad things could happen. This is a time when, if you are a child or if you are a parent, you might want to monitor what servers your child is joining, and if you are sensitive to these kind of things, just don't join that server in that situation. Now, if you have been banned, there will be a couple things that will show up on your screen when you actually join Minecraft. The first one is that both the Realms tab and the Multiplayer tab will be grayed out and you won't be able to access them. The second thing is that you will receive a little bar telling you why you have been banned and how long you have been banned for, assuming it is not a permanent ban. There are permanent bans, in which case you will need to get a new account if you ever want to join again. Or there are temporary bans, which will allow you back onto the server after a certain amount of time. Not back onto a specific server, but back onto all servers, because you have been banned from all servers, including all Realms worlds. There's also a Realms profanity filter, which will bleep out certain words in chat if they are against Mojang standards. But that just about wraps it up for all the stuff in this. There are a few more things on the changelog that I haven't talked about, but those are mostly technical features. So I will link the changelog down in the description if you want to see it for yourself and read over some of the new features if you want to know about what they're adding. But without further ado, my name is Bananacraft. Please leave a comment why you think this is a controversial feature and what your opinions are on it. But please don't be hateful in any of your comments. We want to see respect towards the Mojang employees and towards all people and their opinions in the comment section. Please no hate in the comment section, but please give me your opinion. So without further ado, my name is Bananacraft, and I will see you guys next time.